Welcome back to the coin world, old coin review and value, where today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British coinage. Our spotlight is on a small yet historic treasure, the 1965 UK 1 penny coin. At first glance, it may seem like just another old copper coin, but hidden within its copper shell lies a story rich in British heritage, numismatic evolution, and a transition in royal coinage. The 1965 penny was issued during a pivotal time in British history. The United Kingdom was preparing for decimalisation, and the pre-decimal system was slowly approaching its end. The penny itself was part of the long-established pound-SD system, where 12 pence made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. This system had been used for centuries. Queen Elizabeth II had been on the throne for just over a decade in 1965, and her influence was now fully embedded in British coinage. The 1965 penny marks one of the last issues of the pre-decimal penny that saw regular circulation before decimalisation in 1971. This coin was not meant for long-term circulation. Rather, it served as a bridge between the older Victorian and Edwardian coinage and the modern decimal series. It also symbolized continuity, featuring traditional designs that had graced pennies for decades. As we explore the coin, we realize it was more than just currency, it was a cultural artifact. Millions of these coins were minted, yet a few stand out. Varieties and conditions make some of them incredibly valuable to collectors today. The obverse of the 1965 penny features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This portrait is known for its grace and simplicity, showing the Queen wearing a laurel wreath rather than a crown, a nod to classical imagery. The inscription reads, Elizabeth to Dei Gratia Regina FD, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse of the coin is iconic, the seated Britannia, holding a trident and shield, looking to the right. Britannia had been a mainstay of British coins since Roman times and had adorned the penny since 1797. On this version, the design was refined by Leonard Charles Wyon and is elegant, with waves at Britannia's feet and a lighthouse in the background. The word 1 penny arches above the figure, with the date 1965 below. This design perfectly balanced classical heritage with contemporary authority. The 1965 penny was struck by the Royal Mint in large, -1, over 114 million coins were produced. It was minted in bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. The coin measures 30.8 millimeters in diameter and weighs 9.4 grams, making it significantly larger and heavier than modern pennies. Its size and weight are often surprising to collectors new to pre-decimal coinage. Because of its high mintage, most circulated versions hold low market value, but condition and provenance matter immensely. Brilliant uncirculated Buan-proof specimens, especially in pristine condition, are highly sought after. In 1965, the UK was mourning the loss of wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and a sense of national identity was strongly tied to traditions like coinage. The penny, with Britannia, became a symbol of British resilience and pride. Many Britons had fond memories of using large pennies as children and saw them as comforting and familiar. This coin represented a final chapter in the cultural era of pre-decimal currency. It was also a favorite among children, often found in Christmas puddings, used in games, or collected in jars. Even today, some people treasure them as keepsakes from a time when Britain was changing rapidly. Just a few years after its issue, the UK would transition to the decimal system in 1971. The 1965 penny would become obsolete for everyday use, and many were withdrawn from circulation. However, its design and historical value ensured it stayed alive in the hearts of collectors. Decimalisation marked the end of centuries-old coinage traditions, and the 1965 penny was among the last to uphold them. Most 1965 pennies in circulated condition are worth around 10 to 50 pence. However, brilliant uncirculated specimens in mint packaging or proof sets can sell for £5 to £20, and even more if slabbed and graded. MS65 or higher coins with full luster, no scratches, and deep brown or red finish fetch higher prices at auction. There are no major known errors, but rare die clashes or misstrikes can increase value significantly. The 1965 UK 1 penny is more than just bronze and lettering. It's a tribute to a bygone era, a piece of British heritage, and a window into the transformation of the nation's economy and identity. If you have one, hold on to it. not just for value, but for the history it tells. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin stories right here on the Coin World. Again, thanks,